John Pollock here at WrestleCon in New Orleans, Louisiana over WrestleMania weekend, and we are here with one half of the Killer Elite Squad, Lance Archer. And Lance, for North American viewers who have not been following New Japan Pro Wrestling, I mean, you have really gone over there and just done some tremendous work alongside Davey Boy Smith Jr. Tell us just a bit about the experience going over to New Japan and how your career has evolved.
You know, Japan's been an absolute blessing for me, and I know it's done wonders for what Davey Boy and I are doing. You know, they put us together kind of randomly, but it's just worked out. The Killer Elite Squad, what we've been allowed to do, what we've kind of come up with as a team, you know, two big gaijin over in Japan. It's always been a selling point in Japan, but I think what we're bringing them is almost something new and something different, something unique. And like you said, the North American fans really haven't had a chance to see us. We did perform one time up in Canada, the Heart Legacy Wrestling.
Yes.
You know, and we've had very few opportunities in North America or really anywhere else in the world to perform as a team. But for what it's done for me, it's changed my mental status on what pro wrestling is about. And I've just had a blast, and I'm ready for so much more.
What have been some of those conclusions that you have made about kind of just getting inside of your head about approaching pro wrestling and having this new environment to produce?
You know, it's allowed me to find out who I want to be in the business. You know, there's been years of wrestling with different companies, some of the biggest companies in the world, and having amazing opportunities, you know, actually getting to perform at WrestleMania 26 in Arizona a few years ago, and it's a dream come true. And I appreciate everything that I've had an opportunity to do in the wrestling business, but going to Japan has allowed me to find, I've taken on the moniker, the American Psycho. I've really gotten into who I want that to be and how I want people to see it and perceive it and understand it. And, you know, the sky's the limit there and beyond.
How has the entrance evolved? Because that seems to be, we've seen you kind of toy with many different things,
Right.
and it's all played into that American Psycho
Right.
theme. And that really, as soon as you walk out, boom, that kind of that tempo is set.
Yeah, you know, I mean, when I was first brought into New Japan, you know, they wanted kind of that Stan Hansen, and I'm not a cowboy. You know, my father is, but I'm not. And it was one of those situations where I said, okay, I'll take kind of what they want. They wanted the vest, they wanted the cowboy hat, and I said, okay, I'll take a cowboy hat, but I'm going to stud it up. I'm going to put a big horn on it. I'm not going to wear a vest. I'm going to wear a sleeveless biker jacket, and I'm going to put the paint that I want on it, and I want the image that I want, more kind of a rockabilly cowboy, just something a little more hardcore. You know, and then it evolved into the Nazi-style military helmet, but it was spiked up and horned up and everything, and now it's involved into the hood, more mysterious, more dark, more I'm just coming out to hurt somebody.
And how refreshing is that in the sense that it seems that you and Harry are allowed to go out there and you can experiment with these things. And I think that when you see something like that that comes from your head and you see it work, can't help but have that confidence that, man, this is working.
Yeah, no, you know, and that's the greatest thing about what's happened in New Japan for myself, for Harry, for the team itself. They've never said, no, don't do that. No, we can't have that. They are always like more monster, more big, more crazy, you know, and that's kind of our slogan, let's get crazy. You know, and the more we give them that, the more they love it, the more they want it. They just want to see what's going to evolve in the Killer Elite Squad, the American Psycho, Lance Archer, and Davey Boy Smith Jr. You know, they want to see what's going to happen next.
Now, I've talked about the tag team, but I think last summer, the G1, you really just had a breakout during that G1 where everyone got to see you in a singles capacity. How important was that tournament for you?
Well, you know, that was actually my third one. So I've been a part of the last three, but this last year's was probably the strongest field of wrestlers. It was one of the longer ones. They added more shows and more matches. Every night, from the opening match to the main event, everyone stepped up, and every night everybody's like, okay, I've got to do something bigger, better, badder, harder, and more to bring it. And I think it gave the Japanese fan base something they couldn't even expect or explain. You know, I mean, I don't even know what to say about it because it was so cool and so fun, and for what it did for me and what it's done for Harry and what it's done for each and every person that's been a part of it, it's just helped their careers just skyrocket.
How was the locker room after that tournament? Because you had guys going out every single night, working an unbelievable pace, and of course, the body can only take so much.
And absolutely, and actually this next year, the G1's actually been expanded over a longer period of time because they did it in such a short period of time and everybody was hitting so hard, and I don't mean that in the sense of strong style. I mean, they were just going at it. They wanted to perform. They wanted to be the best. You know, and every night it was a sellout. Everybody was watching the monitors trying to figure out what exactly was going to happen next, who was going to step up, who was going to be the match of the night, what they had to do to top the next person that was coming behind them and in front of them and everything that was going on. So every night, you know, I think there was like one show on the whole card and the energy was a little bit down. But other than that one show, the other 8 matches or 8 shows that we had, including the main event of the final show of the last night, was just off the hook. And we had a little bit of a Killer Elite Squad battle for that last show. You know, Harry and I squared off, and I think that was pretty interesting for the fans themselves. But, you know, we went in there, we fought hard. You know, it was what it was. I got lucky, I came out on top. Who knows, it could be completely different the next time that Harry and I have to have a match, but it was awesome.
Is Osaka your favorite city to work over there?
Absolutely. It's actually Harry's favorite, but he's got a lot of friends over in Osaka as well.
Awesome. Well, you can follow New Japan, ustream.tv/NJPW. Catch some of the best wrestling in the world right now. And where can some of our viewers catch more with you online?
You can follow me at Lance Hoyt. You can check out my Facebook, which is just Lance Hoyt, because you know what? I'm the American Psycho, and I'm the one you should be afraid of.